there's so many different things that could happen because it's just like they could be fighting going back and forth, sure, but then there's going to be a point where I thought this would be crazy, right? If they have a butting of heads and then it just turns into Gohan versus Broly and they,
yeah, that's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, and then Goku and Vegeta are just like, wait, let them fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let them fight.
Oh, that's that good shit.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ooch. I'm here with my brother Ooch and the homie Kai. And we are back again. Once again, how y'all doing today? Children of all ages, boys and girls, the trifecta is here. Oh, we got the new shit, dude. Listen, we even have a nice little jingle now. Check this out. Oh yeah, we're starting things off. You know, hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Full Pride Podcast. But I'm not gonna be fucking around with you guys too much, okay? I'm trying to put that out there. So we got some new things here in the studio, in the Full Power Podcast, okay? Production center facility, whatever you want to call it. But we'll get into obviously all that stuff later on. So, brother Ooch, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right. New setup, new day.
Oh,
let's get rocking.
Let's get rocking, Mr. Kai Cast-san. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm chilling, getting my energy up. I'm ready to go out.
Yes, ready to go out. Yeah, I'm sure. Freaking man's trying to cook over here. You know what I'm saying? We got things to do on our weekend or whatever. So, either way, everything's good, guys. So again, make sure you guys are hitting us up with your comments, questions, concerns. Email us at fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That's fullpowerpod@gmail.com. Also, you can send your business inquiries and your fan art there. And shout out to the Patreon, because the Patreon is alive and kicking and everyone's supporting us on over there. Everyone. So if you want to hear your name at the end of these episodes, make sure you're at tier level 3 or higher. And if you're trying to get those access to the extra episodes, which we are doing, then that's tier 2 or above. So check us out, link in the description below, and make sure you're following us on Twitter at FullPowerPod. So now that that's out of the way, fellas, it is a new season for the Full Power Podcast. It is a new set for the Full Power Podcast. It's impending. If you guys missed out on my stream direct, I had a direct. So if you guys are familiar with how Nintendo does their presentations, right, where they talk about like all the new upcoming games and all the announcements that they set them up as directs, right? So when the directs happen, that's basically, I took that inspiration and I was like, all right, let me do this shit too. So boom, during that direct was where you got the first glimpse at where we're sitting at right here. This is the Full Power Podcast set right now. So one day, or this is a in progress podcast set. So things will change, things will hopefully get added, adjusted, whatever. So with your support, it'll get updated and upgraded a lot faster. So keep that in mind, okay? But cameras, more figures for the freaking backdrop here, more lights because we only got one little purple John right there, freaking chilling, okay? And but yeah, we got this freaking new device right here. Had to shout outs to Affirm with the payment plan. Oh, yay. Oh, and you know what? Big shout outs to our boy Barney. I had to get him in there. You know what I'm saying? We got the... All right. So anyways, we're here for a new episode 75, right? New season, like I said, is hype. Everything's going on. And I did actually get a question to start us off. Because, we're full power out of control, right? And I'm going to whip it up on my phone real quick. And I got hit up directly via my DMs because I had to adjust our Twitters because apparently they, by default, they don't allow people to just message us. Like, I guess, like, we'd have to be following people back. I don't know. Either way, we had a nice fan, no head ass, right? That hit me up directly. And they said some nice things. I'm pretty much gonna read like not just their comment, but like what they said to me. And I was like, damn, that's awesome. Like what we do here, right? It might be at whatever level we're at. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, by the way, on YouTube, right? Almost. And we're on the up and up, okay? Only one direction, right? This podcast is a service, is doing something for people. You know? We're helping people out. We're not everybody has this, you know what I'm saying? Like where they can just talk Dragon Ball or anime in general, right? Not everyone has that. And apparently because of us, they feel like they got that. And that's fucking fire.
Hey.
So let me use another freaking where's the cheers button? There it is. Shout outs. All right. So that was really nice. So here's the question, right? So this person writes, I hope this isn't too out of nowhere, but they said that they follow the podcast on here and I'm a huge fan. I tried sending this to the podcast DMs, like I said, but the DMs were closed. But anyway, I thought this might be a good topic to bring up for the podcast and would love to hear y'all thoughts about this on a possible scenario. And the scenario is Broly and Gohan versus Goku and Vegeta.
What's going on?
It's just a scenario. Like
a duo?
Like who would win? Like, or what would the realistic outcome be if that kind of thing was to happen?
It sounds like a tag team.
Right. That's literally.
Are we talking fusion or no fusion?
Ooh, well, see, I mean that is why they asked the question for us to answer, because we're full power and out of control. You feel me?
Hold on, bro. I don't even think like that fight or that team fight would even come close.
You don't think it would come close at all?
Nah, because Goku and Vegeta got crazy chemistry. Gohan and Broly ain't got nothing. They just have their own powers individually, sure, but in a team fight, like you talking about a team, like that's
I feel like
cheating.
Goku and Vegeta gonna push Broly to the point where he's just gonna go nuts, and you know Gohan's not gonna be able to coordinate with him, and then Broly's just gonna ragdoll his ass.
But even if that were to happen, like if like we're trying to, I don't know, like even if that were to happen where Broly like goes crazy type shit, like I don't even know if Goku and Vegeta would allow that to happen, and like in the certain setting, depending on how it's all set up and stuff, because we all know as Broly fights, like we always say, like he gets stronger.
These are facts.
If they want to win the fight, which we all know that both of them do, then they'll do their business and then they'll take care of Gohan.
Yeah.
Or they'll take care of Gohan first, you know, and then beat up Broly later. But we'll see. I don't know.
Kai, you got anything else to add before I give my answer?
I mean, if it's no fusion, I'm giving it to Broly, no Gohan. And if it's fusion, then I'm giving it to Goku and Vegeta.
So you think, so if there's no fusion, if there is a rule, right? Because we all love our rules in Dragon Ball, right? The actuallys and all that type of stuff. So you're saying if there's no fusions allowed, you're giving it to Broly and Gohan.
Just Broly.
Wow. Okay, so my man straight up is not even including Gohan who's a part of the question. Not in the question. He's not even a part of the equation.
He might be a part of the question, but he's not a part of the conversation.
I see.
Yeah, see, Brother Uch is like, nah.
Yo, I mean, that's a nod of you're agreeing with what he's saying, kind of nod, right? That's what I figured. Okay, shout outs.
And I'm just kind of assuming that questions like these, I'm always going to take based on the present information of what we know. So you know, ultra ego and instinct and all that shit. Like obviously those exist or whatever. Stacking exists, all that stuff. So. I would still say that the way that, you know, Broly should be written is definitely like, it don't matter what the gap is, like he's gonna close it out of rage. He's gonna close it. So
yeah,
I would give it to him if there's no fusion, because if there is fusion, we already saw that like Gogeta's a bit too much right now. And especially if they keep getting stronger individually, he's definitely going to be too much, because Ultra Gogeta is way too much.
And we haven't even seen that yet. So
And we haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't even seen Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego against like Broly one-on-one type of thing either. So that's another type of argument. Like, we don't know how far or close that gap is, even if Broly were to fight during that whole fight duration.
That's true.
So that's why I would still give it to Gohan, or not Gohan. What am I saying? I would only give it to Goku. Yeah, I'll give it to Team Goku and Vegeta regardless, both ways, depending on how they both handle the situation. If they bullshit,
I don't want to give anything to Goku until they figure his character out, because I'm tired of all this form switching and rule changing and shit. Like, they really just gotta figure out what the fuck they want to give to him and just let him have it, because I'm tired of it. And Vegeta always get bitched, so you might as well just count him out for that.
So I mean, it's an interesting duo, to say the least, for Gohan and Broly,
because they both have a weak side.
Yeah, and it's weird. Their weaknesses are like, I wouldn't say really in tandem, but like, so Gohan has way more fighting experience, even though he hasn't been
weaker,
as reliable. But yeah, like, he's got to be put into like a life and death, like, like, oh, I have your daughter. Oh, I killed Piccolo. Here's Super Saiyan 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So
that's why it's not happening. Like, just for a sparring match, like a duo, like.
Well, you know what? It would
he's not whipping it out.
It would be a great training exercise, because again, that would be like a really good way to even see if, for one, they'd be able to actually like tap into their respective powers, right? And then two, I think it would give Broly and Gohan some real fighting experience that, well, more for Broly, less for Gohan, because Gohan has definitely been in those situations plenty of times in his youth, right? Where he's fought alongside like other people and done all that type of shit already. So yeah, I mean, that much we've already seen, right? But I don't think he's fought alongside someone like Broly though. You know what I'm saying? Broly is a loose cannon. He can be. And that's the thing. That's the dynamic. I feel like they'd be good for each other, low key. Because, because it's like, it's almost as if like life and death situation, right? That's what Gohan needs in order to really like fucking turn it up. But now, check this out. He is in a life and death situation. Because
being next to Broly.
Because if he can't get Broly to chill, then everybody's fucked. That's the thing. I feel like that shit would be an interesting thing to see, because like, now that Gohan is, I don't think it's arguable, or maybe it's debatable whether or not he's gonna really take, what he's doing for reals this time, and like actually train and not just Masanko Sampo in private, right? It's more than that now. I think after this movie, we can all hope and freaking pray that they stick with this direction and he does take all of his training seriously and whatnot. But at the same time, I think that with that, if that sticks, then he will be brought with Broly, with Goku and Vegeta, to like where Beerus' planet is. And now they have the whole training team squad now. It's like, it's literally 4 Saiyans. And I'm sure that would be comedy in itself. Beerus like, why are you bringing all these Saiyans to my planet? Type shit, right? And then Whis is gonna allow it because he brought some fucking fries or a shake or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. Like, all Gohan has to do is like, oh, Videl made this for you. So, can I train with y'all? Of course. Oh, delicacies from Earth, right? So, like, that's, I think that I could see that happening, and it would make for, like we're talking about, it would make for a really interesting, like sort of events, just to see how they handle it, because we know Goku and Vegeta should be able to like outdo them as far as the chemistry part goes. But the fucking crazy part even about that right there is they only just started to get on that level with the recent fucking manga arc. You know, that shit was tough. That shit was mad tough. Because the fact that they don't even have to say anything, that's the type of chemistry you want when you're fighting alongside someone. That's the shit that Goten and Trunks have had. We've talked about that
Since
already.
day one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
As the young kids, you know? And that shit is OD. So I think, like I said, I keep saying this. I think that shit would be really cool. And it would make for an interesting turmoil of events because realistically, and here's the realistic Dragon Ball sprinkle on the actual, like, this long ass answer that we're giving, is that the fight, there would be no winner. Okay, like there would be no winner, there would be no loser. It would just, the fight would start, but then look what would happen. It would be distracted by, more than likely, Broly, because at some point, I'm sure Mans will snap because he's not experienced yet, and so because of that, they're gonna have to work. It'll probably turn into a 3-on-1. It'll probably turn into a 3-on-1. Gohan has to survive, and then we'll see. We'll really see if Beast can withstand that right there. Okay, freaking full power, freaking.
Nah, but I wouldn't even want it to get to that point because, like, nah, bro. Like, I don't know. Because if let's say, I guess we'll take it there. So let's say Broly was to go like wild and shit like that. At that point, it's like, well, at that point we'll definitely see. I guess I don't want to keep saying power gap, but like we'll really see the true power of like how Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego are by themselves. Because we're not talking about Beast right now, but we talking about between like Goku and Vegeta against the out of control type of Broly. So like, let's say he did get pushed to that point or whatever. Then at that point, we'll see how cool, calm, and collected Goku and Vegeta are at that point, and how to handle it without going into Gogeta type of thing. Like, and then I guess, I mean, I don't know how Gohan would do, but I ain't gonna give him high hopes.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on that, as far as like him going out of control and shit.
So at the end of the day, realistically, right, it really just comes down to like Broly being able to actually not go crazy and kill everyone, and to see if Goku and Vegeta are really that much stronger now for them to just win against Broly and Gohan, because it's like whichever comes first.
The more I think about it, the more I realize how fucking handicapped that team is, like the Gohan Broly team, because you have one that's got power out of control and the other one that can't control his power. Like you know what I mean? Like one of them just stays locked the whole time and the other one's just overflowing at all times. So I mean, putting Gohan in the life or death situation means that Broly has to be out of control. Broly being out of control means it's a 3-on-1, so that breaks the team. But if you're not in that situation, if you're not in the life or death, then Gohan's power is not coming out, so then you have a weakling on your team. So it's like, now what?
Right, because everyone's assuming that Gohan can just turn Beast on and off.
I don't think he
Right.
can do that.
Yeah.
He's not there.
He just unlocked that shit
Right. And we know how that goes.
in the movie.
Yeah, I mean,
He's probably limited to how long he can even use it, if anything. If we're gonna say he can tap into it,
He needs time to get used to
but
it.
exactly,
it's
He needs-
the usual.
He needs fighting experience with that form to be able to last longer with this shit. So fucking, like, nah.
Yeah, so and here there's a lot of sub topics from this one question for us that would need to be addressed in order for this to truly be answered accurately, because there's so many factors that play into it. Because like the other thing I was gonna say to you, Kai, was that Goku and Vegeta, like Gohan and Broly have more to worry about. Goku and Vegeta have less to worry about. They just the only thing they have to worry about is surviving and winning. because if Broly does go crazy, then that's a whole nother problem. So it doesn't even become a 2v2. Like I said, it'll just be turned into like a holy shit. This whole sparring is off. We need to.
I was just gonna say, because you make a good point right there. Like, they can literally set that rule and be like, okay, so we're gonna have this 2v2, but if he goes nuts, we fuse and we're done with this. Like, we're clocking him out.
Yo, that's fair.
Nah, but I feel like before the fusion, they would test out their own strengths in Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego.
Of course they would, but if he goes too far,
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they're probably gonna try and see and check Broly to see if their new powers are up to par, like to him overflowing with power and like going in rage mode.
Yeah.
So because like if, for example, if they were to actually check him and like suppress his overflowing power and kind of just like be on top, like that would be kind of sick. That would be kind of sick.
That would be. That really would be. I mean, for Goku and Vegeta's sake, and as far as I can't even say the word. Validating. There we go. For them to validate their own new powers, how great would it be if they could just take out Broly? You know what I'm saying? That would be a really good indicator as to this power scaling, or like the how deep in that conversation that actually goes in, because you know, like a lot of people are just under the assumption that Gohan is just the best. He's the shit. He's the strongest. Without getting into that, because those are episodes and episodes of fucking content that we've already talked about. Despite any of that, the facts remain. Not getting into those because that has everything to do with what we're just talking about. But it is under the impression that, well, they are way stronger, and the only thing that is clear is Frieza, because he literally, by the definition of what one-shotting is, did that to both of them at the same time. So if that doesn't fucking say something to you, you gotta go get some cotton swabs, clean your fucking ears, okay, and listen to what we're saying, because Frieza is the real problem. But that's a tangent, because this is obviously not about Frieza. But bring
Frieza versus everyone. Go.
Frieza wins. Done. Next.
That shit was Frieza.
Ah, hey, I like that one. You get some claps for that, because I got the button now for it. So, but yeah, I to just wrap this one up, I think that Broly is the real like wild card in and of itself in this whole situation. And this would also be very interesting to see Gohan actually tag along with someone that he's not already used to fighting with, because let's also acknowledge that his number one partner is Piccolo. All right, we see him, he's got chemistry with Piccolo, but does he have chemistry with other people? We've seen Gohan in another, reality fight with Trunks, kinda, right? But that Gohan is no longer with us.
Nope.
Okay, so then if you want to really push it, he has the Gray Saiyaman shit with Videl when she was Saiyaman 2. But wait a minute, Saiyaman 2 didn't even happen until GT, right?
GT?
I think, because I don't.
About GT?
Well, no, because I remember seeing Saiyaman 2, which is Videl. I don't remember if I saw it in Z or GT. That much I don't remember.
Z.
Are you sure? But during what part though? That's what I'm trying to like.
You talking about when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 in the tournament? Like,
I don't even remember them being in GT. She was too old.
Yeah, yeah.
She might have donned the suit like once, but I don't think that was a GT thing. I know that they were in some of those off movies for sure.
That maybe that's what it was. That's probably what it was.
Because we saw the Great Saiyaman 2 in Wrath of the Dragon.
That's probably what it was then. So you're right. Technically, Dragon Ball Z. Yes. So I bring this up because I'm just going through the history of Gohan's partners, like chemistry-wise, if there is any. And this would be the first time, I feel like, in a long while that he has had a brand new partner that is this much of has an issue of just being able to control his everything.
He doesn't really have like chemistry partners when you want to think about it.
I was just gonna say that.
He fights by himself for the most part. I mean, it's not really his fault that he's in the position, but from what I understand, I would say. But the only people I've ever seen him with is Krillin, Piccolo, and then if you want to argue Videl, but she ain't a true fighter. That's kind of a hit at Videl, low key. But
it is.
She ain't a Z fighter, especially no more. So it's like you can't even argue that. Like she's not fighting nobody now.
She's off the shelf.
Off the shelf.
Well, she's not even.
But you know who is a Z fighter now that can actually sense people's ki? Put them on Broly's team.
Oof. We're just hitting the
nah,
low blows.
That's how you bring Beast out.
But like,
Yeah.
like if you want to argue Goku just because like that's his dad and shit, sure, they would probably have chemistry on the floor. You would think.
You would think.
Because like of all the training they've done in the past in Z specifically and everything like that. But other than that, like Gohan don't got no chemistry with anybody else on the Z team. Like he don't got chemistry with Vegeta. He don't got chemistry with future Trunks.
Yeah.
Necessarily. He don't got like nobody in Super right now has chemistry with Gohan, I would say, besides Piccolo at this point. And arguably Goku, but like Goku hasn't fought with him or sparred with him in such a long time. It's different now.
And so
This is their chance to get Gotenks up to par.
yo, listen.
I wish he got it. I wish. I hope.
I feel like, and that is the hope. I do hope that Gotenks and just Goten and Trunks really. I hope they get more shine in the coming arcs. They really need
Yeah,
it.
because they look like they haven't done shit.
Yeah, like they really need more attention. Like honestly, I mean, this is a whole nother topic in and of itself, which we could get into like right after I finish this. Because what you said was true about Gohan, and he doesn't really have that chemistry because what happened in Superhero? He goes Beast and then he gets fucking what? Distracted by who? Himself. Because why? He has this whole new attitude change. This attitude adjustment. He's like, oh, look at me. I'm fucking, like you see it in his face. And who directed Traffic? Piccolo.
The savior of the movie.
The savior of the act. Who wrote the script? Okay, like that. Piccolo he had the whole shit just mapped out. Reminder. Okay, so you're welcome, right? But this is what happened. So I mean, now put him in a situation where he don't have direction. He doesn't have someone to keep him in check, because how is he gonna do that if that same shit happens? This fucking arrogance and all this shit. I mean, there it goes. See, I told you it was gonna fall. The arrogant part that comes out when when he unlocks a new form. Is he gonna have that same energy when Broly's going crazy? Because then that brings another fucking side question or scenario. Out of this 2v2, there's so many different things that could happen, because it's just like they could be fighting going back and forth, sure, but then there's going to be a point where I thought this would be crazy, right? If they have a butting of heads and then it just turns into Gohan versus Broly and they,
yeah, that's what I'm expecting.
yeah, and then Goku and Vegeta are just like, wait, let them fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let them
Yeah,
fight.
no. Goku's gonna step in. Vegeta's gonna be like, nah. He needs this.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
That
But
would
he
be
get
fire.
whopped. I hope.
So that's the answer. That's the answer. How's the 2v2 gonna go? Who's gonna win? The answer really was what Uchi said. No one, because it's gonna start out as a 2v2. Broly's gonna lose control. Then it's gonna be Gohan versus Broly, and those two, Goku and Vegeta, they're gonna be snacking.
And there you have it.
But then at that point, like Goku and Vegeta, like assuming that they're gonna be on standby and shit, they're gonna overwatch the whole fight and kind of see how Gohan has been, especially with the new form, whether they know he has it or whether they don't know he has it. And then at that point, they're probably gonna power scale in their mind and be like, where are they, or where is he at right now?
Yeah,
Currently?
yeah.
because like that I mean that's what makes sense. So, but if Broly really destroys him, like when that happens, like I'll give him a few minutes for like back and forth fighting or whatever. But
A few minutes.
and that's being nice. But and this is assuming. I mean, if Broly's already out of control, honestly, like I don't know how long Gohan would even last.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And at that rate, guys, is it really a 2v2? Just do Broly versus Gohan. Just do it. Just do Broly versus Gohan first and foremost. Okay, because we know who is where they're at power-wise. Okay? So because of that, why don't we let the under numbers go at it, okay? And they can settle their fucking tier list level, all right? Because that's the only real way.
Yeah, no, fuck a 2v2. They could literally just straight up just set up Gohan versus Broly if Gohan goes to Beerus planet while Broly's there, and then they're like, "Oh, what's up, Gohan?" type shit, and then you know they just want to see how he's been,
Right.
so they put him up against Broly, who's trying to control his power. This kind of all makes sense, low key, and then they just watch the fight. There doesn't need to be a 2v2 because like Goku and Vegeta have been sparring over their training and shit. And they just brought Broly like to tag along to learn more shit.
Right.
So if Gohan actually goes there because he wants to start sparring and shit, then who's better like to spar against other than Broly? Like you know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
So
Yo,
like,
this is no, go ahead, finish.
oh no, that's all I was saying. I'm pretty sure I'll end it off that.
I was just gonna say that I was hearing all that, and then it made me think about like Gohan actually getting to Beerus's planet, and my mind just sidetracked. I was like, "Yo, this man's gonna wake up to a different person there every single time. It's like party at Beerus's."
yeah. That's funny.
Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think that's enough for Gohan though.
Oh yeah. See, we
He beyond this shit way too
we
frequently.
hit the limit.
we passed the fucking Gohan's talk time.
Yeah, we
Yeah, that
passed
was
the
like,
threshold.
that was like how long was that?
That was about half of this
already
episode.
half the episode.
Have one question.
Of one quick.
I mean, we linked it though. We linked it.
We did link it, and that's. I mean, this is what we do here. That's why That's why we got fans like this. So shout outs for the question. You know who you are. I'm not like this one who just puts everyone's governments out there. All right, because that shit's fucking crazy.
that shit blew my.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no. They did say nice things about us, and it just brought me back to like, damn, like I hope at one point we can do a convention or some shit, like do a live episode in front of an audience. That would be fucking fire. Because then imagine meeting the people. Imagine meeting
The head
Bob
ass.
Markison, bro. Imagine.
He said, "Imagine meeting the head ass."
The head ass indirectly. Well, not saying Bob Markison head ass, but you definitely have in the past.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
But yeah, no, meeting me. Well, see that makes me wonder, like how the hell you would react to people in person. Well, actually, you know what? No, all bullshit aside, he knows how to handle himself.
Nah, yeah, I'm good.
He's good because we deal with head ass at the gym
Every time.
every fucking time. Every time. We can't even get a fucking rep done without there being some fucking stupidity said out of some individuals' fucking mouths. Okay, and yo. It'll never get old. It'll never get old. But hey, it is what it is, right? So, and he knows how to handle it. And he just laughs it off, and he's just like,
Yo, no, I just be whatever, bro.
exactly,
Whatever.
exactly. That's the thing, right? Like, the only real way to deal with like headassery in person is to just be as politely dismissive as you possibly can.
I mean, I might say my piece depending on what's said, but after that, I'm chilling.
And that's fair because you got to give everyone a fair shot, you know? Because like I've talked to plenty of people, whether it's online or in person, that they give me their thoughts or they want to hear mine on whatever. And I'll be respectful. I'm always respectful because, you know, respect gets respect. And that's how it is. Even if there's head ass. Even if there's head ass, okay? Give you a perfect example. Sometimes Juice He'll say some. He'll ask a wild ass question, or he'll think something because he saw it on the internet. I'll be like, no, son, that's not how it is. And here is how it is. And he'll just be like, oh, bet. And that's it. And we keep the conversation going. Because we're trying to educate here, okay? Entertain, enlighten, educate. My 3 E's. Because that's the truth. Like, why would we want to...
That's our E3.
Bars. Oh my goodness. Getting the fucking claps and the Barney. Okay, because that's... Dude, that's true though. It is true. Because listen, there's no fun in just like I personally, this is how I feel. I don't want to ever come off like I'm just trying to shit on people. Because like that's just rude. And that's actually rude. That's weird. Like I'm just trying to I'm all about my good vibes, the real ones. You know what I'm saying? Like we're out here, you know, we're just trying to help y'all understand what's real and what's not Gohan, you know? Yeah, I take the jabs. Because it's all in fun game, in an unfair game, right? So anyway, let's move on. So the other thing, but there's anything you guys want to bring up? Question-wise, any comments you guys saw you wanted to bring up? No? Okay. So the other thing that I pulled from the last question, and I feel like we've talked about this before, but like I guess we should shed a little bit more light on them, is the future of this series, right? Because Pan should be the lead. Okay, not Oob. Oob should be there with her in that whole process of come up. But like, I really do think Pan should just be the main character. Like if they was to really, and I'm not saying they have to write the situation where there's no more Goku, there's no more Vegeta. Like they don't have to kill them. All right. But, you know, since they're always off planet and they're always doing something else, they're always handling some crazier, greater threat on some Avengers level shit because it's very comparable. We've talked about this plenty of times. I think that as far as the Earth's Mightiest Heroes version of that, I feel like Pan should just be that lead character, right? Because when you think about it, how else would you keep it interesting? Because when you have a show like Dragon Ball that has existed for as long as it has, and like it's essentially now in a One Piece situation where One Piece hasn't ended. You know, Dragon Ball Z had an end at one point, but then they picked it back up and it's since continued. So based on everything and how they're basically pushing Dragon Ball to this day, I believe that it's going to be around for a very, very, very long time. So how do you keep it interesting while maintaining like people watching and giving people a reason to give a shit in the first place? Well, you just need to start building up your other characters because everybody is already tired of Goku and Vegeta, right? Soon, and I'm sure soon they're probably going to be tired of Broly. Because he's popular, he's there. Broly has more time because he just got here, kinda. You know what I'm saying? So he has a pass, but it's everybody else though. Like especially all the characters that really don't add much to the overall like story. Like I'm talking Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, Yajirobe, those characters. They've been done, right? So they're like those were the characters you would just kind of just put there as to maintain spots on the roster kind of thing. Like you can't
fill the 10-man slot in the tournament.
Right. That's what it is. Because we talked about this in the last episode or the last episode before that, where we literally was like, if they was to run it back with Tournament Power, that whole team would look so different. It would look completely different.
That team would look stacked.
More stacked than ever before.
More, a blowout.
More fucking stacked, bro. Like, and even with even with remaining with, like, actually half of the team would probably stay like the same. Like thinking about it, if it's a 10-man, Frieza, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo. That's half. The other half, Broly, Miris.
Well,
You could go watch that episode, guys. You could go watch it. All right.
Mm.
But the point,
Nah, the stack team would have to go against the other universes that we haven't seen yet. They would have to make a whole new this fucking.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother topic.
but either way, right? Either way, the point is that they need to really start building up on their other characters that they have that have so much room for potential. Because Pan is at the fucking forefront of that. I believe it should go to her because why not? It's the granddaughter of Goku. All right? Everybody wanted Gohan to be Goku.
Pan, Broly, Gohan, and fucking Piccolo.
Yeah, no.
And Gotenks.
Yeah, right? So I'm going to get to it, right? So this is how I see it. Situationally, right? Situationally, if you remove I don't want to say remove, but like Goku and Vegeta are just not there. They're not there. They're not in all episodes. Okay. Gohan though.
What?
Gohan is Earth's strongest on Earth. On Earth. Okay. He's Earth's strongest, and so he's like the guy. Pan is the girl that is being built up. I'm gonna give you all a visual here. I think of All Might and Midoriya. I made that comparison
Goku
for visuals.
Gohan,
For visuals.
It ain't fucking All Might.
No, Brent, listen.
I understand what you're trying to say here, but no shot.
Listen. Because of the situation, because there's no Goku, no Vegeta, and no Broly, like as much, right? Earth's strongest is Gohan. Okay? So because he can handle, he should be able to. Listen, and I say, and this is a great analogy. Why? Because even All Might, when All Might was there, he was, I am here, right? Like, can we get some fucking claps for fucking my man All Might? Okay? Shout out to All Might, My Hero Academia. Season 6 started, right? Shout out, that's the plug, right? Dude, even he struggled. And he was the strongest. He's the number one hero. He was the number one hero, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when he had a great foe, like All for One, did he not struggle?
He still did it.
But he did, but Gohan can still do it and struggle. There's never been a decisive, like, except Black Frieza. Okay? Black Frieza got that. Gohan, he can be that All Might. He can be. And Pan can look at him like Deku looks at All Might and be like, I'm trying to be the number one hero. Pan can see, I'm trying to be like my dad. As a role model type shit, right? As far as strength goes, because she got to see a little glimpse at during the superhero movie. I think that should be dope. And then guess what? At the same time, you have characters like Oob. You got Goten. You got Trunks.
See, but if Oob is gonna be trained by Goku, it's a wrap for fucking Pan.
Well, I mean, look,
I agree.
that's the belief. That's the belief.
Like, but what do you mean belief? What are you talking about? So what I'm about to say here, no disrespect to Pan, but we talked about this on a previous episode, I believe. It was about the bloodlines, yes?
Yes,
this bitch is like a quarter Saiyan.
Oh my god. We went over this.
Oh my god.
We went over this. We literally went over this.
But I would still put Oob over fucking Pan, not gonna cap. Especially if he's getting trained by Goku.
Okay. I can understand why. I can see why too. Because he's a reincarnation of Majin Buu. And that's broken. He literally was the reason why they were able to defeat fucking Moro. I understand that. So by that decree, yes, he right now would be stronger than Pan. But what does Pan, much like her granddaddy, what do they have? They have the underdog shit. I can tell she's gonna be like that, bro.
No.
Even if that's the case, Oob is still going to be top notch. Especially if he's trained by Goku.
Well, wouldn't that just make it the greatest dynamic? Because
I don't mind them teaming. I mean, I suspect that happening anyway. But
Dude.
I just don't see Pan being stronger than Ub, especially if he takes shit serious, which I believe he would.
Hey, she's taking shit serious.
I know she's
too.
taking it serious, but we saw. I mean, I hate referencing GT, but we've seen we've seen how Ub like gets or can get, especially once he like him and Fat Boo fucking fused or whatever.
Majub.
Yeah, Majub, like that was OD. That was pretty sick too. But
So wait, what were you gonna add?
Nothing. He got it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like Pan. I mean, I don't want to say shit too early, but
Dude, we didn't even include Majub or just regular Oob in the conversation of last week's like strongest or list or anything like that or new roster
Yeah,
for the
no.
tournament. Like we
because
just
we
left
don't.
him out.
No, because we don't.
Well,
we don't
listen.
know him
That
yet.
was top 5, and even in top.
Well, I know
10,
he's not fitting in top 5.
No, yeah, no, he's not.
But we can't even include him in top 10 right now just because we haven't seen him
and,
in the story.
That's so true. That's so true. But it still scares me what they let him do tomorrow.
Well, wait, but okay, but that was see, that was like, that was situational, because
That was head ass.
it was head ass situational, because they said, "Hey, can you raise your hand?" He didn't even know what the fuck was going on. He didn't.
Right.
He like,
But the amount of power.
But this is what I'm saying, bro.
okay,
This is-
but even though he has that, and it's not even dormant, like he has it, but he don't know. He has
He doesn't know how to control
he has
it.
zero experience. Zero. We're going off of
We're going back to Broly on the opposite scale. This is why neither of them can be counted right now.
right there. Broly can't be accounted for because his situation is what's the word I'm looking for? The freaking
Cap.
no.
Cap.
No,
Cap?
it's not
Cap.
cap. It's like he's not reliable right now because of how he can combust right now. He can't control himself. With Oob, it is the reverse.
But he's a kid still, so we ain't gonna rely on a kid.
They're not gonna rely on a fucking kid.
They gotta do the job themselves.
They haven't relied on kids since the Immortal Children.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Now is the time, more than ever, to really get towards that and build them up, because I think it would be a lot more feasible to have things like this happen, where like I think it would be more realistic to believe that there are more of Earth level threats out there for them to take care of, because didn't like the prisoners get broken free and now they're roaming all about? So some of those broken prisoners or freed prisoners can make their way to Earth or try some shit, fuck around and long enough and find out. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna find out who's on Earth. Gohan's there; he'll be able to handle it. But Gohan could literally have a Goku moment and let Pan do it, let Oob do it, let Goten and Trunks do it. Give him a shot. This is the
Father-daughter special beam cannon.
Nah,
wow. I mean, sure. But check this out. I feel like Pan would be the one to combine them. I feel like she would do a Kamehameha Masanko Sampo. It would be a Kamehameha with spirals. Nah.
Like what? What the fuck are you talking about?
He said from
the head? Nah.
no,
crazy.
hell no, not
That'd
from
be
the fucking
ugly.
head. Yeah, no, but like she would, yo. But I mean, listen, whether she does it like this or she fucking does it like this, her beam would be sick if it was the spiral with the
But you
Kamehameha.
can only do that. You can only make the spiral with the 2 fingers.
But I'm saying, see, now you're thinking closed boxed. Come on, bro. This is Dragon Ball. They make fucking shit up as they go, son. No.
You can literally just have like
You can
her
have
do the
one.
Kamehameha, Gohan just slip the 2, just like
nah, bro.
It's like
That release would be fucking terrible.
Nah. Look. You can't think restricted. You can't be like, oh, they have to do it like this. Dude, they change shit all the time.
But we've never seen a special beam cannon.
I know.
Like done otherwise.
We've seen a Kamehameha done tons of ways, but we haven't seen a
we've
special
done
beam
a
cannon done
Kamehameha
any different way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
hey,
We've
so
seen the one hand.
so why not? Why it would be the first time for everything, right? A fucking special beam Kamehameha.
I was gonna say a special Kamehameha,
Oh god. I don't know.
Either way,
but
it
yeah.
was just a thought.
So
Yeah.
I feel like the things that you're saying with Pan and like Earth's warriors,
Yeah.
like Earth's Z fighters, their best people on Earth. I feel like now is a good time for it. I feel like them taking a direction with Pan and some of the other characters we need to see more love from is a really good thing. But I feel the opposite way that you do when it comes to like, well, how are they gonna keep this interesting?
Yeah.
They're gonna do it like this, because in my head I'm like, you got me fucked up. How are they gonna keep this interesting by making Pan the main person, or Gohan the main person, at least on Earth? Because like, all right, cool, those would make for great filler episodes, but this is still a Goku and Vegeta show, and at the end of the day, all the shit that Super's done, I barely care about what's happening in Universe 7. You got me fucked up if you think I care about what's happening on Earth. Like, I'm trying to see what's happening in all these other universes, all this crazier shit. I want to get into this galactic nonsense. They took it there. Now they gotta show me what's up.
Okay.
So personally, I don't give a fuck about what happens on Earth. They can hold it down in a singular episode in between all the craziness. But especially now with Black Frieza, forget it. I don't.
Right.
Unless he's on Earth, I don't want to see it.
Right. That show would probably account for being fucking filler. Seeing going from all that shit out there and then going back to fucking Earth just to see that bullshit ass fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
Well, listen, I think that to handle that situation, all you need to do is you just like to avoid said filler. I mean, some episodes that, let's have some hope that they can fucking write good episodes, like, during a training arc or a situation that happens that gives them growth and progression that we want to see. If they want to cut out any fluff, that's the part where we look at what's happening elsewhere. That's it. It's simple. It's not that hard. So, yeah.
They're gonna make it difficult.
Well, that in itself is a completely different problem. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we do have a little bit of time until we completely wrap up. I've been pulling up the
comment,
our tier 3. Yeah, I do have the comments pulled up as well. And I wanted to read. So we said last week we were looking forward to seeing like what people's top 5s were.
Oh fuck. All right, read them.
So we're gonna read Bob Markeson's.
Oh.
All right. Shout outs to Mr. Thriving Ozaru himself, the originator, the creator, the man, the myth, the legend. Okay. All right. So he says at his number 5, he puts Gohan.
Yeah, this man's asleep.
He says, I can see him being stronger than Goku and Vegeta in the anime, but not in the manga.
That makes no fucking sense, Bob. What are you talking about, Bob? Mark?
Son.
Oh man, what's this other 4?
Number 4 is Granola. He wished to become the strongest when Gohan already got the beast mode. So since the movie takes place before the Granola arc, there it is.
Next.
Okay. 3, he says Vegeta. He evolved his Ultra Ego to the point to surpass even Gas, but sadly burned out to finish the job.
Okay.
Okay. Number 2, Goku. Ultra Instinct Susanoo over recent Ultra Ego Vegeta.
Okay.
And number 1, Frieza, with the blackness for obvious reasons. So, I mean, that top 3.
Top 3 is acceptable.
The top 3, yeah. But
But
I mean,
yeah.
even the top 4. I mean, Granola, yeah, he is the strongest, technically.
Oh, his top 3 is good. His top 4 is good. Yeah, it's not that bad.
Fifth one. It's the fifth. Plus his comment on the 5th. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was
Outlandish.
Yeah, it was a little bit. It was
Yeah.
it was a little all over the place. You know, I mean, listen, it's just it's you lost brother Ooch at. I can see him being stronger than Goku and Vegeta. That's where you lost all of them.
No, he said
that's not
he,
true.
he
That's not
tried
true.
to
He said Gohan. That's where you lost brother Ooch.
Well,
Yeah. Oh,
yes. That's where he lost me. But specifically, he certainly lost me when he tried distinguishing the manga versus the actual anime.
Yeah. No,
saying
that's-
he's stronger in one, but not stronger in the other. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Can't say that.
Can't say that. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Bob. You can't do that, man.
And assuming that we were gonna roll with it, right? Assuming that we were gonna roll with the idea that one was stronger than the other. Come on now, you think anime Gohan is stronger than manga Gohan? Manga Gohan took on Kefla. Be careful.
Right. Yeah.
Be careful.
So, all right. So we got time for another one, right? So our boy Kronos. Shouts to Kronos, right? Like one of the real ones, number 1 fan out here. All right. Man said Miris in top 5 is a debatable thing because he's just a mortal now. But we still have OG 73, who I forgot about. He don't even know who he fucking is.
I did not forget about him at all.
Okay. But wait, but he goes on to say, who has a copy of Miris Angel Powers. Which is true. I totally fucking forgot about that shit. And then he goes, so Gohan can kiss himself goodnight. Frieza, Granola, Goku, Vegeta, Broly, and OG73 is the backup.
But the thing is, like, OG73 ain't even a person. That shit was like a head. That shit was literally a head with like that shit was like a portable fucking drive of just powers inside of it. And that's what I was saying before, like many episodes ago when the Black Frieza thing happened, is like he looked at the remaining heaters and was like, you and you, I'm missing people, come fill my slots. They were the ones with his head. Who do you think has control of that now?
Mm-hmm.
The one person who shouldn't?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the way you just said portable, okay? You just gave me some crazy fucking idea.
Oh,
Okay. So if he doesn't even have his body right now. He's just a dome piece with powers that cannot be used.
But Frieza always got the fucking healing chambers. We know that.
So it could go one of two ways. They revive him, they give him a body, healing chamber at all, or Frieza has a plan B. And he goes, USB drive?
Oh, nah.
I've been said that shit.
It's a USB drive?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not an
boy.
actual drive, but you know.
Yes, sir.
Some
That's what I was saying. I was like, man, if they gave Frieza those powers, that it's already a wrap. Now it's just fucking Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and wasn't it you that said that, like, oh no,
It probably was.
somebody, I think I saw it in a comment, because people were trying to say that they were trying to make this connection from OG73 to Cooler, because Cooler
That
has
was a comment.
yeah, because Cooler has like those jewels,
Those gems. Yeah,
that are
like-
kind of reminiscent to OG73, and I'm just like, listen, if anything, I would rather OG73 just be like a
Just one of his henchmen.
not even like if they give him a body, sure, but I'm going with the like if they don't give him a body type thing. If they decide to really just look at him as a power source, then I would rather keep it like that and not write it so that he becomes Cooler. Like, that's weird.
Nah, fuck all that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't
I
even.
feel like
No, sorry,
the one of two options here are give him a body or upload him.
Exactly.
I would not want him to be uploaded into Frieza, because that would just change the entirety of the
Oh, I
fucking
would.
of the
That's
future of the
exactly why I
story.
would want that shit. You got me
Because
fucked
we
up.
wouldn't
Yeah,
we wouldn't even
exactly.
know what the fuck would happen after that.
Frieza.
Because at that point, like fuck the power scale, like that motherfucker would be so dangerous. Like the angels would have to get involved, or even at least the fucking god of destructions and shit. But like,
But the God of Destructions are allowed to get involved.
sure,
It's literally their job to get involved.
Right. That's true. Kai said this beautifully. God of Destruction, or the gods of destruction are not people, they're titles.
mm-hmm.
It is something you fucking earn. It's like a black belt. You don't
And I'd go ahead.
you don't just like, you're not born into being a black belt. You gotta fucking go through it. Beerus and Champa, respectively, both went through it at one point, one way or another.
Right.
So go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
Now I'd like to segue that into another comment that I actually did end up answering because I couldn't wait.
I
But,
peeped. Yeah.
This comment is from Ba. I'm gonna just leave it like that. But this person said those exempt universes weren't exempt. We're talking about the top 4 for anyone that's not following. Top 4 in TOP that did not have to compete for their lives because they were way too strong as far as mortal ranking was concerned. This person said those exempt universes weren't exempt because they were the strongest. They were exempt because their mortal level was the highest. The quality of their universes was at peak balance and prosperity. They may have very well been universes filled with people with power levels of 5. Mortal level and ranking to the Omni King has nothing to do with power universes. I'm not saying I don't agree with what you guys want to happen. Geekdom has also said, either in a live stream or a video, confirming the mortal level of universes having nothing to do with the power levels of its individuals. Love the cast though, guys. Thank you
Thanks.
very much. However, I do have to say that I believe all 3 of us were completely aware of that already. I definitely know for myself because I was the one that made the comment in the first place, but I know, speaking for myself for sure, I know that the actual power level doesn't have to do with the ranking, but I did comment under it and I said you got to dig deeper because when you think about it, right? Gods of Destruction, those are titles. Those are people that are allowed and supposed to be getting involved in certain situations. So if our God of Destruction here in Universe 7 has been sleeping his ass off, not quite getting the job done, and there's this Emperor of the Universe wreaking havoc or doing whatever he pleases, who knows if what he's doing is helping the universe? He might be out here killing people he don't fuck with, but if he's doing it in the right way, based on the rules of the universe, even if he doesn't mean to, it can absolutely bump up the ranking. Because Frieza could be out here doing a God of Destruction's work because they could look at Beerus and be like, nigga, you've been asleep for 75 years. We've asked you to take care of these jobs, and half of them have been completed by Frieza.
Oh,
You're about to get.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Yo, damn. See,
I mean, because Frieza was destroying fucking planets, but
Yeah.
he was
So
destroying
like he's
all
out here
that
doing
shit.
spring cleaning.
that's crazy. Just thinking about it visually like that is such a amazing thing to just try to visualize for yourself. Because, dude, it's like how it brings me.
Beerus has been asleep, and Frieza's getting the job done.
Yeah, like
Destruction.
it's like it brings me back to like that Goku Black part in that arc where what was Gowasu was showing Zamasu like how shit works with like why we destroy or like why you're supposed to destroy, like, and that's
why the
why
Kaioshins are not supposed to destroy.
okay, yeah, and like that's why they be using the time rings to see where things go, and then they make a decision based off that. See, that was what, Universe 4?
Nah, their universe.
Was it 9? I don't fucking remember. That part.
Damn, I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. But either way, basically that universe, like, they had more of a structure just based off how Gowasu was talking about it, because he at least they are all about this balance, okay? And
Oh, Universe 10.
10, there it is, right? So if there's a balance that needs to be met, obviously certain planets or a race or whatever, which is terrible to say, but like that's just how it goes. He literally let that planet and the people that inhabited it last like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years to give them a chance to see if they could fucking fix themselves. And they didn't. They only got worse. And that's where the job description like comes in to play. They're supposed to Hakai and be done with it. And then it's supposed to balance it out.
And that's what was so fucked about Zamasu's like entire character is he was, you know, hired on as a Kaioshin's apprentice, a god of creation's apprentice, and that nigga really needed to be a god of destruction. There wouldn't have been a problem because he would have been allowed to do what he wants to do.
Yeah. So like, how fucking funny would it be if like in the midst of Frieza doing all this shit, and then they try to like pull up to Frieza and be like, you can't be doing this, and then it's Whis' dad who's like, actually
he can be doing this.
He's like,
I'm glad he has been doing this.
Oh my god.
He's doing your job. Oh my, yo.
And then all of a sudden they start sweating like crazy because they could even offer Frieza the promotion. Like, if you keep this up, you'll be in line to be the next god of destruction because ours ain't quite filling the job quota. He ain't meeting the requirements anymore, you heard? But I have a feeling, even though that would make Beerus like literally shit his pants, I have a feeling Frieza would deny it.
Yes.
100% Frieza would deny it because if he finds out, because first of all, he's not aiming for God of Destruction, he's aiming way higher.
Exactly.
Than that. So that's number one. That's primary reason number one. But secondary reason is if he already knows or if he finds out that the God of Destruction can be KO'd by killing the Kaioshin, he's not taking that.
Or
this is a whole ass different conversation.
Yeah. Let's save it for next week.
We gotta save it, right?
Save this shit for next week because we'll go on another fucking hour because I have
you gotta finish your ore. You gotta finish your ore.
Nope. That's wait for next time. Got him. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get the fuck up out of here. Nah, I'm not ending it like that. All right, let me do the Patreon plugs and then we'll say our goodbyes. Okay. Do I have that voice filter thingy? I think I have something similar. Let me see. Either way, we don't need it because I got the sound effects though for that. So again, shout out to our boy. This is for tier 3 higher so if you're a tier 3 on our Patreon page or higher, you're gonna get these shout outs right at the end of these episodes. So if you guys want to hear your name at the end of these, please hit us up. And just keep in mind all the support that goes to the Patreon, or just, I mean, because we can't monetize on YouTube yet, but we're almost there, right? All that money is gonna go towards all of this. Make this fucking set look so dope to the point where Kai just moves over to the Tri-State. He leaves fucking Kai. That's not happening. I know it's not. Okay, look at that room. He literally just put those posters up like yesterday. Okay, like he's not. But yeah. Either way, I mean, hey, that would be crazy. Imagine if we got enough money to where we're like, all right, this pays for your flight. Come, like for a weekend or whatever. That would be fire. But
I mean, yeah, I'd do it.
We'd get there. We gotta get to that point, guys. Let's get some more fucking shit on here. Let's get some more lights in here, right? Help out the Full Power Podcast, okay? If you're appreciating us week to week, either way, let's get these Patreon shout outs to Jarek.
Some Goku Black figures in that bitch.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I got 2 Brolys, 3 actually. Damn, I got 3. 3 Brolys.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. All right. Shout outs to Jarek Rivera. Shout outs to Lewis Barnett.
Oh yeah, he got a last name.
Yes, yeah, he got the last name. We confirmed that last week. Shout outs to Soul Awakens. And last but not least, shout outs to the land, or well, I call him the land, right? No, he's not the land. He's from the land of the rising sun. Our boy, Jude. All right, so there you guys have it. You have anything that you want to leave with the people at home?
Stay fresh, stay clean. That's about it.
Kai, do you have anything to leave with the people at home?
Oh man, keep your list and your primal lights in check.
All right. And with that being said, guys, make sure if you, like I said, if you want to hit us up with your names, obviously tier 3 or above, Full Power Podcast over on the Patreon page. Hit us up, Full Power Podcast on the Patreon. If you want your comments, questions, concerns, business inquiries, or your fan art sent directly to us, go over to the Gmail at fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That's fullpowerpod@gmail.com. And follow us on Twitter. We're almost at 100. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So let us remind you, once we hit that 1,000, that 1K, y'all gonna get a stream on a certain day. Oh. All right, I had to rhyme it.
Dude, I saw your stream direct, obviously.
Yes.
And I was popping off because I don't really I don't hate Nintendo, but I don't really fuck with Nintendo games like that, like a lot of people do. Like it's okay. Like I'll peep something every once in a while, maybe a new Smash character or something. But I saw your direct and I was popping off when I saw your stream schedule because I saw God of War in there. I was like, oh yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, if you guys, I guess I'll plug myself, I guess, right? Hit me up on Twitch and on my YouTube channel because I'll be streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, not simultaneously, but there's a whole schedule. So again, like I said in the beginning of the video, or the podcast, check out the stream direct that I put up on the Uchi Games YouTube channel, and then follow the schedule so y'all can see my playthrough of the God of War series.
And shout outs to Uchi for finally making it as into the new Street Fighter. That's just dope, man. Congrats.
Shout out.
Congrats for making it in.
Yes, your boy is a Capcom creator. Yes, I am. I've been a Capcom creator for like a while now, actually. It'll be.
Oh no! I meant congrats to you making it in the game.
Oh god damn it! This fucking I'm dead too. Yeah. You want to talk about royalties for this fucking shit on Dragon Ball on all of our shit?
I was in tears,
dude. Yo,
I saw that shit. I was in tears.
Toyotaro owes me money. Toriyama owes us money. Fucking Pokemon owes me money. I'm Kukui over there. And if you load up Street Fighter 6, I am literally one of the defaulted characters on the character customization. You don't even have to touch nothing. Maybe adjust my eyebrows a little bit. The hair, the skin tone, everything. No glasses, but I'm in there. And I got no fucking money off of that shit. No check. Now Capcom, I love them, but god damn, they got me there too now. But whatever. All right, guys, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Yo.
Like, share, subscribe, hit us up. All the description, or I say this every time. All the links in the description are gonna be in there to make sure you guys are staying to support us. It's been your boy, Ooch, the lethal one, brother Ooch, and the homie of all the Kais, Kai Kassan. Take care of yourselves, may the power protect, keep it locked, loaded right here on this podcast. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay the hell inside. We'll see you guys next time.